Hi, children. This is Uli. You remember me. I taught you in kindergarten and first grade at Marcy. And since you're at home right now, I thought I would teach you a lesson from my home. And I wanted to teach you today about fruit from all around the world. So I have an idea that I'll show you some fruit. I'll cut some up. We'll do some singing. And I'm going to have you taste some things at home while I taste some things here. So I'm really excited about working with you today. Well, here's some two fruits you know. We love these two fruits, the banana and the apple. The apple, we love these in Minnesota, right? We grow them in an orchard. We love to visit the orchard in the fall. But you know, if you go back 100, 150 years, there were no apples here. The only fruit you could find here were little berries. Blueberries, singles, little round berries like that, some buffalo berries. Then the apple, men and women like Johnny Appleseed brought the apple to America and spread them across the United States. It was first, you won't believe this, but the apples grew far away. There's a country here called Kazakhstan. You might be able to see it right up there. It's red on the map. And if you go to Kazakhstan, you can see forests of apple trees. So that's where they originally grew. But now we love them in Minnesota and we grow them everywhere. The banana is a different story. The banana can't grow here. Every banana you ever ate came from far away. It came from, well, let's look. So this banana, if you look at the label here, it says Peru. This came from Peru. Let's find Peru on our map. Let's see, here we are, United States. We go down here. Here's Peru. That's far. The banana has to go on a boat, come up here, go on trucks across the United States to get to us. And we used to not even have bananas in Minnesota, not even to eat. I bet sometime, either here in Minnesota or another country, your great-grandparents ate bananas for the first time. And maybe your great-grandma came home from school and her mom said, hey, I have a brand new fruit from you. I found it in the store. It's called a banana. And your great-grandma said, what? That doesn't even look like a fruit. You sure? Yeah, said Mom, it's great. You should eat it. So she took a little bite like this. He said, ooh, it doesn't taste good. No, said her mom, you have to peel it first. They told me you have to peel it first. So you see, you have to open it up. Let's pretend, right? Open it up and peel it. And then she took a bite of that, your great-grandma, and do you think she liked it? She did like it. It was a little strange. It was kind of soft and sweet. It was this new taste, but she did really like it. And the next day she went to school, and she told her kids, her friends at school, about it, and then they went home. They wanted to eat banana, and soon the store in town had to get more bananas, order more, because people were really liking it, and there were commercials for it. And then banana came to be a normal thing here in our country. And if you go to the store and you don't see bananas, you think, that's kind of sad, because you think bananas will always be there. So we're going to look at some new fruit, because new fruit keeps coming into our country. So we're going to look at some other fruit that maybe even is new to you, and do a little tasting with it, and think about these new other foods that keep coming to Minnesota and to our country. All right, let's learn some more fruit. We talked about the apple and the banana. How about this one, the orange? We know this one, right? And this is another fruit that doesn't grow here in Minnesota. It's just too cold. You could try putting an orange seed in your backyard, but when it gets winter, it would die. The tree wouldn't survive. So every orange we eat has to come from far away. And I'll show you where they come from. Other oranges, we don't have to go all the way. You might know this line here called the equator that goes around the middle of the earth. It's really nice weather at the equator. It's warm, it's sunny a lot, and trees and plants love it. So many of the fruits, like the banana we eat every day, or many days, come from around the equator. But other fruits come more like partway down. So the orange, you may know states in the United States, like Florida. Raise your hand if you've been to Florida. Or maybe California. Raise your hand if you've been to California. Right, that's where the oranges might grow. Or Texas, maybe. And so the oranges come up here. I don't think they roll up the street. I think they probably come on trucks or trains like that. And they come from a group, they're called citrus fruits. So an orange is a citrus fruit. And I brought some other citrus fruits to show you today. I brought the biggest one I found, and I brought the smallest one I found. And then later on I'm going to show you how to taste them too. So here's the biggest one I found. It looks like this. It's called a pomelo. And the pomelo is kind of like a grapefruit. If I cut it open, you'll be reminded it has those sections in it, like other citrus fruits. And it's kind of tasty. It has a big skin in it, so that's a little harder to work with. But a lot of good flesh, good meat in the middle. And the smallest one I found is called the kumquat. I have a couple of them here in my bag. Here's how small it is. The kumquat is so small, boys and girls, that when we eat it, it's hard to not eat the skin. So you eat the whole thing like this. You eat the whole kumquat, the skin and inside. It's super exciting taste. You really like it. I also brought another kind of bigger kumquat. This is called a mandarin quat, strange name. So it's a little bigger than the little tiny kumquat. And here sometimes they peel the skin, but it's another citrus fruit. Actually, think about it. What other citrus fruits do you know? Take a minute, stop the video, take a minute and think about what other citrus fruits you know. I wonder what you found. Maybe you thought of the lemon or the lime or different kinds of oranges or those cuties we love to eat. We love to eat them at school. You should be eating them at home too. Well, let's travel all the way to the equator. So we're going to travel. We were partway down the equator, and we talked about Texas or California or even Mexico. Oranges would grow. Let's go even further south along the equator where the banana grows. And I want to show you two other fruits that grow in that part of the world. You maybe know them already. Here are the two fruits I'm thinking of. This is a mango, right? And this is a papaya. Exciting fruits. Mango, people love to eat. When I was a kid, I had no idea what a mango was. No one ate mangoes when I was little. I only learned about a mango when I was like a teenager. But nowadays, people love to eat them. There's a fun mango that we're eating now too. This is called, it's a different kind of mango called Ataulfo mango. It has a little different shape, has kind of that curve in the top. You know, why don't you go to your kitchens and get some fruit from your kitchen? One that you love, or maybe one that you haven't eaten much lately. See what's there. Go to your kitchen and we'll be right back. So did you get some? Did you find a fruit from your kitchen? Maybe you even had a parent cut it up for you. Or maybe you can do a little cutting. So let's do this. Take the fruit. I showed you with the mango before. I'm going to do it with this kumquat now. So take the fruit, put up to your mouth, and take a little bite. Just a little bite. Call it a tasty bite. Ooh, this is a fun flavor. I wonder what flavor you had. Maybe you're thinking sour. Maybe you're thinking sweet. Maybe you're thinking crunchy. Well, now take another bite and think color. Close your eyes. Isn't that good? What color are you thinking of? I know my kumquat is orange, but it doesn't taste orange. It tastes yellow. And I think it tastes kind of red, bright red. So think about it for a minute. What does your fruit taste like? 2 colors is good. Maybe you thought of 3. Maybe you thought of 1. Boy, I'd love if I'd learned sometime when we see each other next, you'll have to tell me about what fruit you tried. Well, let me show you a couple other fruits, and then we'll sing our song together. So we talked about the citrus. We talked about the real tropical fruits, the papaya, and the banana, the mango. I want to show you a couple other tropical fruits that grow on the other side of the world. So if we take the equator and we follow it along and go all the way over here to countries like Vietnam and Indonesia and the Philippines. In these countries, I want to show you 2 fruit that grow there. One is called the tamarind. They're in this box here. And the tamarind is super cool. It's kind of like a peanut, except it doesn't taste like peanut. So you crack it open, and then you have these seeds inside, and what you actually do, this is kind of cool. You should, next time you're in the store and you can find a tamarind, you should buy it. You get one of these seeds, and then you eat around the seed like this. It has a really nice flavor. You don't eat the seed inside, you eat around it. So that's called the tamarind. And the other fruit I wanted to show you, it looks like little round things. Here it is, it's even on its twigs where it grew on the branches. It's called a longan. And the longan also, like the tamarind, you crack it open. You're going to really like this. Crack it open. And then inside is this white thing. And that's what you eat. It tastes a little bit like a grape, and there's a seed inside too. If you live in that part of the world, longans, tamarinds are foods you'd see all the time. For us, we're happy that people on airplanes and boats and trucks can bring them to us. So in Minnesota, we can buy them in the store and then try them for fun. Well, we've looked at a lot of foods together. When, in a minute, we're going to sing the song. So be ready for the song. I remembered 2 more fruits I was going to show you. They're in these glasses here. One is called a date. And if you look at this date carefully, you'll see how it reminds you a little bit of the raisin. And that's because the date is dried out, the one in my hand. When it grows on the tree, I'll show you a picture. When it grows on the tree, it grows like this. It's on palm trees, and they all grow together on this palm tree. Do you think that grows in Minnesota? Of course not. We don't have palm trees in Minnesota. So here they are, but when they are ripe, they get ripe and then they go bad really fast. So the farmers don't have time to get them to Minnesota, to us, from Egypt or other places they grow. So instead, they dehydrate them, they dry them out, kind of like a raisin gets dried out, because you know what a raisin used to be, right? Right, a grape. Well, the date used to be a fresh date, now it's a dried date, so it's kind of got a crinkly look to it, really tasty, sweet. The fig is a little bit like that too. This fig is dried out, I can hardly get its shape back. This came from a country called Turkey, not the animal called Turkey, the country called Turkey. I'll show it to you on the map. Turkey is all the way over, remember we're here in the United States. Turkey's all the way on the other side of the world. And it's this country, it's green on my map. That's where these dates came from. And they also are dried out now. This is what a fig tree looks like. Fig tree is big, big, and can have hundreds, thousands of figs on it. You see how small the cars are in that photo. I think with the figs and dates, we have everything for our song. So I'm gonna sing it first, and then you can sing it with me. It starts with the apple, then it has the banana in it, favorite fruits, and then these new ones I just showed you, the figs and the dates. And here's how the song goes. Apples, bananas, figs and dates, figs and dates, figs and dates, apples, bananas, figs and dates, come from around the world. So do that with me, ready? Arms out, come from around the world. And now we're gonna sing the song. I'm gonna have you point at each fruit when I point at it, okay? We'll sing the song. Here we go. Apples, bananas, figs and dates, figs and dates, figs and dates, apples, bananas, figs and dates, come from around the world. And for the second verse, I'm gonna choose a couple more fruits. We'll have the mango in it, this nice red-green one. We'll have the papaya in it, and then the kumquat. So I'll put the kumquats here in the middle, the big one and the little one. And here's how this second part goes. Ready? Not the orange, the mango. Mango, kumquat, papaya two, papaya two, papaya two. Mango, kumquat, papaya two. Tastes so good to me. So pretend, take a little piece of food, pretend you hold it up to your mouth and take a bite. Right. So now we'll sing that part with the mango, the kumquat, and the papaya. Ready? Mango, kumquat, papaya two, papaya two, papaya two. Mango, kumquat, papaya two. Tastes so good to me. Ready for the whole thing? Right, start with the apple. All right, everybody get your singing voices ready. Sit up straight. All right, here we go. Apple, banana, figs and dates, figs and dates, figs and dates. Apples, bananas, figs and dates, come from around the world. Mango, kumquat, papaya two, papaya two, papaya two. Mango, kumquat, papaya two. Tastes so good to me. Nice job. Wasn't that fun? Well, Marcy second graders, I'm so glad that your teachers sent this video home to you so you could see me teach. Wish I could have seen you. But I'll be back at Marcy maybe next year, maybe later this spring, and we'll see each other then. So here's what I want you to do at home. We saw all these lovely fruits. There's more, of course, I could have shown you, but these are the ones I decided to teach you. And we sang the song, and we did some tasting, and you learned about how they come from other parts of the world. I know it's hard to go shopping now, but when it gets easier to go shopping, I'd like you to see what you find in the store. What, maybe you see the papaya and you want to go home and come home and cut it up. Maybe you see some dates or figs. But right now you already have some fruit in your home, so take some fruit, take your apple, take a grapefruit, take a special orange you have, and you could even do some coloring. You could do a pattern coloring. I'll show you some examples right when I'm done here. You could do some coloring of the colors. So you do the tasting like we did, right? Tasting. What color am I thinking of? Maybe brown and green. And then on a piece of paper you take the two crayons or markers and you make a pattern with them. That would be a nice thing to enjoy yourself this afternoon or this morning or tomorrow morning, and you can have fun tasting fruit. And most of all, keep eating your favorite fruit. There's so much good fruit out there, and there's more coming to our country all the time. So bye, I'll see you next time.